Good day, good people. I hope today has found you exactly where you need to be. And if you're not there, I hope and pray that you can get there as soon as possible. My name is FcOnTHeBeat, and I want to start our channel. You heard what I said, of our channel, by explaining to you exactly what you're listening to right now in this moment. So if I take everything that you're hearing off, this is what it sounds like. It sounds like this. It's very dramatic difference, yes? Yeah, very dramatic. So what I want to do in this video is walk you through exactly what is allowing you to hear this vocal the way you're hearing it. I have a hope that every independent artist that is looking to record at home and then send to a mix engineer to be able to put your music out into the world can get something from this. Now, it does take a little bit of investment. It takes an investment into Slate Digital. Slate Digital is, in my opinion, the premier company for plugins because they offer you the things that you don't know you need. But they don't pay me, so I'm not saying anything else. And that is it. I use Logic. I use Aston microphones. This is an Aston Element. And I use Slate plugins. So let's get into the chain. Are you ready? Of course you are. And what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is disable all the plugins I'm not speaking about. This is what that sounds like. So let's start with the FG Dynamics. FG Dynamics is essentially the dynamic control, and that is gate and compression and those types of things. So when I'm not speaking, I'm using a gate, right? And what that allows this plugin to do is eliminate everything in the background. So let me be quiet for a second, and you'll see right here, if you see the mouse, you'll see exactly what's happening when I stop speaking. Ready? And here we go. Exactly. So it gives you a clean background. I like to start from there. And it also adds a tad bit of color to your signal. Awesome. Now, let's move on. The FGS. And we eliminated the low end, if you've noticed, at about, what this says, 185 hertz. The filter eliminated the low end. I also pulled low end from 309 hertz. If you see that there, 309 hertz, it's not there anymore. At 115, we did a little bit of a boost there at about 2 dB, right? The Q was the same. And then at 300 hertz, we did a bit of a cut, 4 dB there, didn't change the Q. And at 7.5 kilohertz, as you see there, 7.5 kilohertz, we did a bit of a boost, 2 dB, all right? Now, what we're gonna do is enable the FG2A. This is a LA2A emulation, and in my opinion, the LA2A is the greatest piece of equipment we could have ever received as engineers. And we're at 32.4 on the peak reduction, and on the gain, we're at 43.7. We're mixing this all the way in. Everything else is very self-explanatory. And now we will add the emulation for the 1176. And what the 1176 adds to this is a bit of the very strong and very quick compression. And if you don't know what that looks like, I'm sure there's a bunch of tutorials on it, so I'm not going to speak on it. But these are the settings. So at the input level is minus 28.1 dB. The ratio was set at 4, right? And the output is set at minus 17.5. If you see that there, a very fast attack and a very slow release, right? Mix 100%. Very standard for a 1176. And now what we're going to do for the finishing touches is, because if you hear the harshness in frequencies right now, it's because we need to add this last element, which is very important, and that is a de-esser. And if I activate it, now it sounds like this. So a lot of the S's and the harsh frequencies at the top end are cut down and compressed because I added this FGDS de-esser, and you need that. You definitely need that. You may not need it as aggressively as I'm employing it, but I know my voice. So my settings for my voice is this. See range. The frequency range is set at 5.76. We see that. And we have the reduction set at 9.76 dB. Now, this is specifically for my voice, right? I know how aggressive it is. These are settings that you will have to dial in. The beauty in this plugin is that it emulates the original piece of hardware. So you see the reduction in real time. So if you start getting into the 12 and the 14 dB, you're doing too much. You don't want to cut things off that aggressively because it starts to sound unnatural. But if you're right about where I am now, you're right about at the 6 to 9, maybe 10. Because, you know, right in there. If you get past 10, you're doing a lot. But definitely if you're getting into the 10 and the 14 dB, it's a little too much. You have to dial that in terms of the vocalist or the rapper that you're working with. And then you'll have great results. And that's the end of the thing. So that turns what you're hearing straight off the mic, which is this. Straight off the mic. This is straight off the mic into this. And this is a recording that can be mixed in any commercial studio anywhere in the world. And this is the thing. If you're recording at home, you want to be able to deliver a vocal that is close as possible to industry standard. And once you do that, once you deal with an engineer who understands industry standard, they take it to the next level. And these settings definitely allow you to do that. Here's a last look at that. And that's what it is, okay? That's it. That's all you need. Thank you for tuning in right now. This is where you get the advantage over everybody else because they don't know why they're doing what they're doing. But if you stay here, you'll know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. That's it. My name is FC. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.